Okay, we're following breaking news out of Tarrant County this morning following a police chase through multiple cities, multiple counties. Our photojournalist Michael Forbes was on the scene when bullets were flying. He's talking to us live right now. Michael, can you talk us through that moment? Explain to us what was happening. We know this car is on its side. Walk us through that moment you were talking to us about on the phone.
Man, a very tense situation tonight. When I first heard the call, it was coming down 287 in Mansfield. The car reached speeds up to 120 miles an hour at one point. At one point, when he got into Arlington, I started hearing on the radio shots fired. These guys were shooting at police. At this point, police backed off and they continued to chase. It went through Arlington, into Grand Prairie, into Dallas, Irving. All speeds up to over 100 miles an hour at one point. When it made its way into Fort Worth, they get to Camp Bowie and Bryan Irving, and that's when officers spiked the car. Now I'm right here in the middle of Camp Bowie, the 6300 block, and that's where the car is overturned, where you see now. Officers were in fear for their lives at one point, so they backed off. I heard some officers saying these guys are shooting at us, don't try to hit them right now because you will be in the line of fire. And at one point myself, when I made it to this location, I was told by several officers that I needed to move a couple of times because I was in the line of fire. Now, I was at Center Street in Arlington, Matt, when I heard those shots ringing down I-30 when he was heading eastbound on I-30. I was trying to set up on the bridge at Center Street, but when I heard the shots, I had to take cover myself. And so at that point, I jumped in my car. We went north on the George Bush. And at that point, he was going so fast, I lost everybody until I heard that he had got to this point. He was spiked. And now where you see he's on his side. I can tell you, I saw at least 3 people, Matt, loaded into ambulances at this point. They were mobile and able to move on their own. But at this point, all we know is it started somewhere in Ellis County. We don't know why. But this is a result of a chase that took officers all through Tarrant County and other counties overnight.
Photojournalist,
Matt, back to you.
Photojournalist Michael Forbes there for us in Fort Worth at the end of this chase. Thank you. We'll be back with him at the top of our next half hour.